Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Derrick Henry. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Intercepted.
That was like a punt, man. I ain't worried about that.
In good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 42.
The linebackers out there. You ain't going nowhere.
To the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear. Down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage.
The linebackers on you.
Back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 44-yard line. That pass play wound up for negative yardage. So here's 2nd and 11.
Nope, not them linebackers. There's no running.
Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Got an extra defensive.
It's hard to score on this defense, man.
Here for 3rd down.
Coming back across the field. I'm waiting for it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Stop playing with me. I told you about them linebackers, didn't I?
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage.
That's an end up.
Knock that one away.
Hunt that chicken.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, Khalif Raymond.
Yes, sir.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points.
I like Stafford.
So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The 28-yard line.
Scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. On the counter,
let's go, Henry.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
It's my game.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Easy.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now it's Henry. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36.
You know he's going to do something, right?
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Raymond. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads.
Stafford got to get used to his team.
I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he'll lose yardage here back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
2nd and 11. And that is
good day. Stop playing out there.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find Gallagher complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard
No, sir. You're not him.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Bears 3, Titans 0.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll make it 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Stafford eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back him up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 5. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
Into the end zone, touchdown Bears. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bears will extend their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Shake off the interception from the last drive and look to throw.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Henry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Stafford. passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Thank you. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. The game over now.
So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. On first down at Stafford.
All they gotta do is wait. They're gonna get over. All they gotta do is wait. Smash for Stafford, man.
16 yards right off the bat. First down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On first and 10, Stafford. And he couldn't
oh, that's Stafford.
Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Back to the air, Stafford on second down. They set up the screen for Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Taken down back at the 42.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. off by Jalen Johnson. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Brett Maher is set to
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
Don't worry about it, baby.
Short
I ain't
kick
worried
taken
about
out.
it.
Now a hit and a loose football. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brought down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, You're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Scott, his first carry, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 3-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Bears 24, Titans nothing. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense.
I ain't worried about the score. It's a new playbook, man. New team.
Want to run up and tackle him.
On second down, it's Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, Morgan. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Throwing from the gun is Morgan. And this is caught at the end.
See, I'm just trying out new plays. I ain't even worried about that touchdown, man. That's my boy Rambo. That's the rookie quarterback.
Right now is not the friend of this rookie.
I ain't worried about the score. It's preseason.
A touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game is if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
The 43-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Titans on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Morgan. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail.
Cool, y'all learning, man. We just learning new shit, man. We learning out the plays. I'm getting mad.
Great field position.
I'm getting mad, bro.
gonna make everything happen.
He will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Here's Morgan to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it. Still down 10.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
For their next drive, the Bears offense. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hardy, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Their own 29-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll begin on the ground with Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run here with Evans. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Morgan steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Morgan. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39.
Now Drake. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And he fires one incomplete. Darrington Evans, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On the ground, it's Evans. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11th.
Barrier.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now operating from the gun.
Morgan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score.
28-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. So the field goal there counts what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you to the end zone, get you 6?
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to sling this deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 44 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Morgan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Anthony Averett picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Their own 36-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Complete.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll look to throw again toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Brian Edwards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Trey Wayne.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.